live chatters. Yay, this is Douglas Block from the Oregon coast, interrupting my wonderful vacation to be essentially loyal to you guys. I know the lighting is not the best here, but you know, this is not my studio. I'm in a hotel room looking over the Pacific Ocean, actually the Talavana Inn. Hey, and just to show you that I'm not, making this up, I'm gonna go to my camera right here. I'm gonna go here, and we won't see the chessboard, but come on, guys. Yep. Can you see this here? See that haystack rock there? Wow, that's pretty amazing, huh? One of the major sites on the Oregon coast. And I had a visitor as I was meditating. Can anybody identify this bird for me? Does anyone know what this bird is? On your mark, get set, go. It's the title of a very, very play by Anton Chekhov. All right, hey, Jason Clue, looking well made, thank you. I've been on the, Brian W., I'm in Sao Paulo, Brazil, airport after a week of southern Brazil. Wow. Don't pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. That's my friend putting his luggage in my room. Well, let me see, Kyle Bailey, nice to see you. Catherine, nice to see you. Stephanie, wonderful. James D., Lazy Eye Ranch. Tony Issue, Chom Choms is on vacation. He said he would still try to do live chat at the hotel he's staying at. Here I am. Hello, Chom Choms. Wow. Wonder how Moham Pony Girl, nice to see you. Caleb, Tony Issue, Mary, all the regulars, Brian W. What were you doing in, by the way, what were you doing, Brian, in Brazil? Here, that's a beautiful place. Mike Chamberlain, nice to see you. Richard, the super strain, Danielle. Yes, I know your dad died last week. We talked about it. We should all say some prayers about that. May bless his soul. Maybe he have a good transition to the next state of consciousness he's going to. Jen6227 says, just a message of hope for anybody struggling. I am currently just over round 2 of an agitated depression. I never thought it would get better, but just like the last time it did. Yay, Jen6227. This is what I've been telling people for 20 years. This too shall pass. I'm actually going to put that in bold letters right here. Here we go. Ready? This too. This is why you should never get up, as the Dalai Lama says, except if I can only type, I'll be great. Okay, let's try it again. Take a deep breath, and let's see if we can do this. Okay, this too shall pass. Thank you, Jen6227. All right. Danielle, why don't you call Silent Unity? You can put people on their prayer list who have just passed. And of course, it's the great mystery. What happens when we die? Nobody really knows. There have been books called, really? A message to basketball fans. Kobe Bryant, I just heard, died in a helicopter crash. Perhaps many people consider him the greatest NBA basketball of all time. What a tragedy. Kind of reminds me of the Big Bopper and Richie Valens also dying in crashes, except they were plane crashes. I know the sports world is going to be talking about that all day today. I know that most people with depression aren't sports fans, but Kobe Bryant was a very well-known person. You will get your life back, Super Strain. Yes, a lot of people in India. Miss MJ Brooklyn already posted. Am I in a Hilton? No, I'm in the Talavana Inn, a wonderful little, what should I say, a very humble place with condos on the Oregon coast. A beautiful, beautiful view of Cannon Beach. If only I could take this laptop outside. Anyway, Ellen Jones. Anyway, yes, so we don't really know what happens after death. Some people believe in reincarnation like myself. Some people believe you go to heaven. Some people think when you die, that's it. There's nothing. No one knows, but prayers for a person who's passed on always help. My Brian got married. Email me if you want pics. Okay, Brian, I'm good for him in Sao Paulo. Hey, Abdullah, nice to see you. Richard Hopp, of course. I remind you of the little super chat donation. I did have to make a sacrifice. I had to basically ask the front desk, checkout time is at noon Pacific time, and they were going to charge me $300 for another day. But I said, look, these people all over the world are depending upon me. You don't want anything bad to happen to them, and they were guilty. Said, okay, Doug, but you only have 1 hour. So I want to let you know I made a sacrifice being here, but I do it because I love it. And but anyway, yeah, don't have to worry about being charged the extra day. But you can always still donate, as you always do. You believe in reincarnation? Well, so do I. So we know that your father's going to go on to a new life where he'll learn new lessons, and hopefully all the good he's done in this life, like bringing you to earth, will come back and he'll be rewarded. My depression's been there for so long, I don't know what to do. Well, yeah, you keep putting one step in the front of the other. As Jen 6627 eventually said, it goes away. I mean, as she said, it goes away. You're in Venice. Wow, Tony Issue. I want to go on a tour of Italy next year. Will you please write to me and tell me what you think of Venice? Yeah, one of the great. I just found out about that. I'm sure if you go on the internet, I'm sure if you actually go to Google News, it'll be right there. By the way, let me show you something else. There are wild rabbits here. Actually, a family in Cannon Beach left one group of rabbits out 10 years ago, and now they're all over the place. Check this out. Do you see how tame he is? He comes right up to my foot. Look at him. Isn't he cute? There's hundreds and hundreds of rabbits in Cannon Beach, Oregon. All right. Does vitamin D really help for depression? Yes. And I am going to make a video out of it. You're a genius, Bandits Meeting Minute. That was my next video. If you have low vitamin D, it could contribute to depression. There's never one cause of depression, and there's never one cure either. I didn't bring my little, my chart here, but it shows all the different things you can do to alleviate the symptoms of depression. Hi, Doug. How do I ease my anxiety palpitations? The doctor says my heart is fine. You answered your own question. Go see someone to deal with anxiety. Square breathing is always good. Breathe in for 4, hold for 4, breathe out for 4, and hold for 4. By the way, what do you think of that, guys think of that rabbit and the seagull? Aren't they cute? All right. Any other questions? Yes, Tony, you should try to control your drinking if you can. I know it's difficult. I got anxiety and depression from the side effects of antibiotics. Yes, that's what happened to me in 1996. Exactly. Bandits Meeting, do not give up. ECT has helped me. Haha, us dysnomics are only hoping for this, says Andrew Dollinger. What were you hoping for? Not quite sure. Yes, Chom's, look, if your depression is slowly coming back, you can do things about it. I have a chapter called Relapse Prevention. If you send me your email, I promise you I will send you that chapter at no cost. DouglasBlock@gmail.com. Coming to you live from Cannon Beach, Oregon, one of the most beautiful places on the Oregon coast, amazing restaurants, art galleries. If any of you come out to Oregon, you should come to Cannon Beach. All right. They have some very good food here. So I asked a cheese, what is your favorite music? The cheese said R&B. Did you hear about the cannibal who was late for dinner? He got the cold shoulder, and someone just donated $20, and it must have been Robert Jenkins, who has just been so, I'm going to basically, you know what, Robert Jenkins? You deserve a video just for you. So answer your Patreon. Yeah, I get some, thank you, Robert. I will answer my Patreon messages. I just get so many of them. But hey, Robert, if you email me and suggest a topic, you've been so generous with your contributions. Send me a topic that you would like to learn about, and I'll make a video on that topic. How's that sound? Assuming I can. Anyway, Robert Jenkins just donated $20. God bless him. Mike Chamberlain says, can I ask how important you think addressing childhood trauma is to healing depression? I think it is incredibly important. I did a video called How Trauma in Childhood Can Create a Depression in Adults. Please watch that video. It is absolutely, essential. If you have had childhood trauma, if you've been abused or lost a parent or anything that's happened to you that shook up your nervous system, that can be still, in your body needing to be healed. And there are many therapies that can do it. Jason, 10 pounds. God bless you. Mike, you're more than welcome. Thank you guys for stepping up to the plate. MFSB, how can I tell I'm depressed without seeing a therapist? I've never been happy in 3 years and I feel extremely miserable 3 times a week. It probably means you're depressed, and why not go see a doctor and get it diagnosed? If you go to a video I made called Are You Depressed, you'll see some common symptoms. But anything I do on the internet and any video I make is not a substitute for a professional diagnosis. It sounds like you are. Let me ask you this, my friend. Do you have low energy? Is it hard for you to experience pleasure? Do you have problems sleeping? Are you losing your appetite? Are you tired? Are you saying really bad things about yourself? Do you sometimes have thoughts of harming yourself? If most of that is true, you are probably suffering from depression. And somebody just gave $5. Thank you so much for your generous donation. Robert Jenkins. Have to leave to there because heading out. Talk to you soon. Please give my best to Noah. Robert Jenkins, I have not heard from Noah. He won't respond to me. Will you please post something on his latest video asking him to talk to you or anybody else? Thank you, Mike Chamberlain. What part of England do you live in, or the UK? Anyway, Tony Issue is here. You should also try to reach out to Noah too. Were you prescribed for depression? Prescribed what? I'm not quite sure. How can I stop with indecision? It's making me insane. Again, get the depression treated. That's one of the major symptoms of depression. Also, tell yourself, what's the worst thing that can happen if I make a bad decision? You know, I'm not gonna die. Sometimes, if you imagine that that can happen, you say, I can cope with it. It takes away the fear. Can different antidepressants rewire the brain? Yes, they can. Yes, that's what antidepressants are supposed to do. Now, they only work about 50% of the time, or maybe 60, depending on what studies you read. So they're not a panacea, but they can be helpful. Have I heard of Tracata, says Jason Clulo. I don't know what that is. Is that a place in the world? Tell me what the heck it is. Tony Issue, I've tried to reach out to Noah, looks like you were cut off. Chomchons, Laura, benzos such as clonazepam are mostly used for anxiety and sometimes insomnia. You're right, they are nervous symptom depression, so unless the doctor prescribes it, isn't a good idea. Absolutely, you should not be taking benzodiazepines on your own. Do you think the law of attraction is real, Coco Cherry? Yes, I do, with certain exemptions. I don't think you can close your eyes and say, I'm a millionaire, and you're a millionaire. But I do think that the thoughts you think and the way you look at life influences how you act and how you respond to life, and that can affect what actually occurs. Anthony Robbins is an amazing person. I'm reading his book, Unlimited Power. He says the 2 ways to get out of depression quickly is 1, to change your physiology, and then 2, change the way you represent the world internally, change your internal picture of the world. As opposed to, in other words, cognitive behavioral therapy. Instead of saying, I'm a victim, I'm a loser, you say, good things happen to me, I'm okay. And of course, physiology, exercise, deep breathing, meditation, Tai Chi, sometimes antidepressants. I'm going to put those things right down right now. Thank you, Coco Cherry. Cherries, you're welcome. I don't know if he will reach out to me. I'm going to write him an email. Okay, so here you are. Change your physiology is the first way, to change your state. And then the second thing is change your internal picture of the world. Those are the two ways to change your state of consciousness, according to Tony Robbins. 66 people watching, 13 minutes into it, a number of generous donations. Well, I'm glad I went out of the way to chat with you guys at the coast. However, 4 weeks from today, I'm here with Joan, my partner, on my birthday celebration, and I think that I don't want to, be here an hour and let Joan be by herself on the beach. So 4 weeks from today, mark your calendar, February 23rd. I will not be doing a live chat. However, I will be posting a video on Saturday. Maybe I'll do the live chat on Saturday. That's a good idea. Never thought of that. On my birthday even. You can all wish me happy birthday. Okay, Coffee and Shop. My question is, how can I be alone in silence and not spiral into bad thoughts? That is an excellent question. It's very difficult to do. That's why distraction is your friend when you're depressed. When you are ruminating, it is very, very difficult to be alone with your thoughts. I've never been able to do it. It's an excellent question. And if you know how to do a really good mindfulness meditation, and you can let the thoughts go by like leaves going down a river, that could be helpful, and that works for people. But in general, it's best to go focus outside of yourself, watch a movie, be with a friend, walk on the beach, say a prayer. So many different things you can do to focus outside your own pain. But that's a wonderful question. I want to go back and see that. Who said that? Coffee and Shop? You hit the nail on the head. The question is, you have to be really good at meditation and just let those negative thoughts pass by you without holding on to them. How does that sound? Positive affirmations always help. I wrote a book called Words That Heal. You should check it out on Amazon. It's only like $5.99. Oh yeah. Look, oh hell, I'm well. Say that to yourself every time you wake up. I can recover. I'm going to recover. I am recovering. Those words create neurochemical changes in your brain. The mind and the brain are interconnected. They're two different things. The mind is non-physical, the brain is physical, but believe me, your thoughts change your brain chemistry. That's why affirmations are good. Yes, Jason Cluel, not only can low magnesium levels cause low mood, but they also can cause anxiety. If you go to a website called, I forgot the name of it, but anyway, they have a big article on anxiety and health. I'll remember it. It's got a strange name. I subscribe to it. Jason, if you send me an email, I'll send you that article on anxiety and magnesium. Does anyone else have depersonalization, derealization with their depression? I do not. My friend Noah does. I know a lot of people have had it. It's common. It's hard to treat. I've been told just basically try to focus on something else and not get too try not to mind it too much. Caleb says, what does he say? I just missed that. Go to Disney. I took my niece and nephew there. Is physical activity like lifting weights good for bipolar depression? Absolutely. Weightlifting, strength management. You don't want to be like fall apart at 70. I'm not falling apart. I'm still riding my bike, and I'm turning 71 in 4 weeks. I listened to Wayne Dyer, Excuse Be Gone. When it's silent, it's calming. Yes, Wayne Dyer is very, very good. Lazy Eye Ranch. Venice is lovely and not expensive if you're clever. How to do it. Oh, that's a candle gazing medication. Tratata, why don't you send me an email, Jason? I'd like to learn more about that. Okay, Caleb, I might be doing it on my birthday. If enough people want me to, I will do the live chat on my birthday, and you can send me all sorts of birthday presents through email, like a cupcake. Lazy Eye Ranch says, my son and I are both starting group therapy this week, different groups. I think Pearson will help both of us. Of course. I'm starting the grief recovery group. Excellent. Oh, God, that's a great idea. And now you've lost Kobe Bryant, too. It's probably all over the internet. Hey, Rudy Zavendo, nice to see you again. We have 76 people watching. It's Sunday. It's January 26th. 1 week from today is the Super Bowl. Does anybody here care about football? I've read a study where only 2.35% of people with depression care about football, and I'm not one of them. However, I do like the San Francisco 49ers because I love San Francisco, so I will be rooting for them. But does anybody here care about the Super Bowl? But what I do care about is tennis. Has anyone watching the Australian Open? Oh my God, there's a 15-year-old named Coco Gauff from Fort Lauderdale, from Delray Beach, where my parents lived. She's an amazing tennis player. She's breaking on the women's scene. She's going to be number one day. Anybody watching tennis on the Australian Open? Okay, so let's get some more questions here. Yeah, you can't really harm yourself. That's wonderful. Excellent. Okay, so you do have depression. You're not going to die from it, FSP, but you should get treated. There's no reason for you to keep suffering. One of the ways you can help yourself is get my book, Healing from Depression, which I forgot to bring on the coast, but it's got a complete body, mind, spirit recovery program. It's really inexpensive. It's on Amazon. So I'm going to write this out here. And there are so many different ways to treat depression. There's never been a better time to be depressed, I tell you. But yeah, there's so many resources out there, and you should take advantage of them. YouTube, psychotherapists, medication, all sorts of tools. So yes, you don't have to live with that depression, MSFP. You can basically, manage it. How to reduce anxiety? Well, I have a video called How to Rewire Your Anxious Brain. Basically, physiology, exercise, and mindfulness. And anytime you start to worry in the future, go cancel, and bring yourself back to the present. Hey, Gray Ass here. Nice to see you. 75 watching. Thank you. Anthony Olson, yes, the great piano player from Texas. The next stage is where you get to focus on what you're best at and enjoy the most in your job. Thank you. Anthony is a great tennis player, a great pianist. You should send some links to what you're up to. Honey wants to know, what is depersonalization? Somebody should answer that question. I've started taking magnesium supplements, also candle gazing meditation. I will check it out. I'm actually going to Tricata, right? I'm going to actually, by the way, we need some jokes. My God, we're 1/3 of the way through the live chat. Actually, I have to go early today to check out at 1. And no jokes. This is ridiculous. Someone say one, please, please. quickly. Oh, I think I said two of them, but nobody laughed. That's right. All right. Uh, Zep, I always feel like the devil if I just do a tiny wrong thing. How can I stop that? That's self-recrimination. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT. Go find somebody who does CBT, and they will tell you how to basically take those negative thoughts and turn them around. They're called automatic negative thoughts, or ANTs. So go get a good CBT therapist, and they'll show you how to basically change those thoughts around. Are benzos prescribed meds like Valium good for long-term anxiety? Absolutely not. I can't prescribe it over the internet, but all benzos are only meant for the short term. Again, talk to your doctor. Where's a good place to live for someone with depression, low funds, Susan Jones? Probably Costa Rica, although it is kind of expensive. What about Guatemala? That's cheap, and there's sun there, but I don't know if you want to move out of the country. Depression and low funds. Anybody have an answer to that question? Maybe some places outside of Phoenix. America is an expensive place to live in. That's the problem. There are probably places south of the border you can find, but I don't really know. How's your new mattress? What new mattress? What do I think of Stoicism? I think it's an amazingly good philosophy. I like it. I have a musical sister. That's harmonica. Yes, Jason Clue, that's the third time you've told that joke, but I still like it. Wow, I finally snapped out of my OCD spiral for the past 3 weeks. Now it's depression taking over. Well, I guess that's better than OCD. In the USA, please. Okay. Well, Ashland, Oregon's beautiful, but again, it's kind of spendy. I don't know. Most nice places in the United States people go to, so it drives the price up. But maybe some place in like Western Florida or something. I bet there's some places in Texas. I don't know about San Antonio. That's a nice city. Why did Beethoven kill his chickens? They kept saying bok, bok, bok. Yes, Kelly, I heard that one. Bhutan is a perfect place, not in America. Kelly Birds, nice to see you. What do you think? I haven't seen that many comments about my new manuscript. I think you like it. My psychiatrist said to me, my social anxiety originating from 7 years of physical and mental childhood trauma is incurable, so my brain's got so preconditioned. I always get anxious around people. Is she right? Well, I cannot diagnose, I cannot treat, but I do not believe that's true, Rita Zabendo. Yes, 7 years of trauma is horrible, but, I don't think you can get completely over your social anxiety, but you can learn to manage it. There's something called exposure therapy. And when you put yourself in anxious situations, you slowly get used to it. There's also meditation. Look, miraculous healings occur. I've seen them. I've seen my godson be completely psychotic and absolutely insane and recover to raise a wonderful family. I've seen all sorts of people being restored to health and wholeness. So I think that you'll have anxiety, really, Zavenda, but I think you can manage it. Anyway, that's my point of view. I'm not diagnosing or treating. But incurable sounds like a really bad thing to say to somebody. To me, if someone told me something I had was incurable, I would feel really powerless and really depressed. How did you feel when she said your social anxiety was incurable? I'd like to know. Where to go that I can afford? Well, you guys do some research. Let's do some research. Go on Google. I have some friends who are moving out of Portland who are looking for a place like that, a small town that's affordable. Let's put our heads together. Do I believe in God? I believe in a higher power, a higher consciousness. I believe the universe is intelligent, and I believe that intelligence is benevolent. So I don't know if the word God, but I believe in some sort of consciousness that is greater than me. Stolen joke. The Secret Service isn't allowed to yell "get down" anymore when the president's about to be attacked. Now they have to yell "Donald Duck." That is terrible. Thank you. I'm on Temesta. Is that Ativan, someone said? I've never heard of it. Florida. I'm located. I search self-help and hotline resources. That's good. Maybe a mattress in the hotel? Yeah. I didn't know. I thought Ativan was lorazepam. Temesta must be something besides Ativan. Kosi? What's the best thing about Switzerland? I don't know, but the flag is a big plus. Thank you, Mike Chamberlain. I like that joke. Of course, you have to know what the Swedish flag looks like to understand it. But I'm an international traveler, even though I've never been to Switzerland. All right, let's get that in there. Let's get that into a live chat joke, shall we? All right. So it is 12:27. We have 79 people watching, one more to 80. I'm going to stop this at 12:25. I promised them I would check out at 1 p.m. They've given me, being very generous to give me an extra hour so you guys can see me. And so we have about 28 minutes. A couple more donations would be great. In the meantime, let's answer more questions. South Texas has a lot of super cheap opportunities. The flip side is a tough place for certain kind of mental health, mental illness support. I agree with you. It's not exactly in line. But what about Austin? Except it's probably expensive. Kay Bailey, is Austin expensive? That's an enlightened place. Hello from Denmark. Hey, son Ismail, have you been alive for another week? It seems like you have. It was a joke. Yes, I got that. How to care for a parent who keeps being old is the biggest strategy. She's perfectly healthy. She hates the neighbor. What can I do? She's suffering from depression. You can't do anything, but you can ask her to go get some help. And continue to say, I love you, and try to show her that the world is more positive than she thinks. All right. Yeah, you should have been down. If someone told me that my social anxiety was incurable or my depression was incurable, that's like I don't want to say a death sentence, but that's a really deflating thing to hear. Well, how would anybody feel here if they were told their depression was incurable? Substitute the word incurable, use the word manageable, okay? That's what I want you to do. And I also want you to get a second opinion. Don't just trust me. Talk to other clinicians. Here is the deal. She's right. Anxiety and depression cannot be cured, but they can be managed. I want everybody to say this out loud. Anxiety and depression cannot be cured, but they can be managed. So she's right about that, but you can manage it, and that means you can have a life. 77 people watching. Yes, I know, Paul, I said that. He passed away in a helicopter crash. I was given that notice right when we started. What a tragedy. Oh my goodness, they're going to fly flags half-mast in the NBA. What a sad thing. But you know what? People are dying all the time in third world countries. They're being tortured. Horrible things are going on. They don't make the news as they should, but still, it is a tragedy about Kobe Bryant, absolutely. How can I find what I'm good at, Zep? There's something called a Strong Campbell Interest Inventory. You should take an interest inventory. It actually shows what you like, and what you like is normally what you're good at. I recommend you go to a vocational counselor and take this test. I use it for my students I tutor. It tells you the things you would enjoy, and the things you would enjoy is what you're good at. 20 minutes after the hour, I'm feeling in the mood for another donation. We've already had a number of people step up to the plate. Of course, Robert Jenkins and Jason Clue, a couple of other people, been very, very, very generous. It is a day I should be walking at the beach, but oh well. And thank you, Mike Chamberlain, of course. All right, let's get back to some more questions. All right, Andura, my anxiety goes away when I take Xanax. Is taking Xanax a way to cure anxiety? It's a way to manage it. And Xanax is only intended to be for short-term use, okay? I'm not diagnosing, I'm just telling you what it says on the box. If you are taking Xanax, talk to your prescriber and ask them how long you should take it and what dose. This is not something you want to self-medicate on. Thank you, Robert Jenkins, again. I will go read my, my Patreon note, and also remember, ask me for a video you want me to make especially for you. I feel like I'm going insane. Well, that means you're in distress, Mr. Dharmaji. You're not going insane, but you are in emotional distress. The question is, what can you do about it? And the question is, the answer is seek out professional help and use some of the tips. I would say deep breathing, exercise. It sounds like your thoughts are driving you crazy. Thank you, Coffee and Shop. That's a very nice thing. Hey, many of us have been there through the same, but still manage to see the world from a different perspective. That is the key phrase, Coffee and Shop, seeing the world from a different perspective. Alexander Orid, hi. To understand the mechanics of irrational belief, how it works, and how to be free with it for words if you can. Yeah. Irrational beliefs usually occur from negative conditioning in childhood. The way to get rid of them is to challenge them, again, using CBT. It's a wonderful technology, cognitive behavioral therapy for irrational beliefs. send a text to my friend Stuart. Yes. I'm going to send Stuart a note trying to be here. I'll be back at the room at 12:55 so we can check out by 1. All right. What other questions can we answer here on this Sunday live chat, the 26th? No one's told me if they're going to watch the Super Bowl. Does that mean 0% of people with depression are interested in football? Feeling oppression in my chest is a common symptom of anxiety. Zep? You're not going insane. Tell me what insane means to you. You're not being able to stop being anxious. Very good point. Very good point, Keb. What does insane mean to somebody? It usually means they're very anxious. All right. What did someone else say? Costi, you will just find a new place. Therapists, especially CBT ones. It's good for this kind of issue. And don't forget exercise and sophrology, relaxation every single day. No, I don't know what sophrology is, but can you explain that to me, Costi? I've never heard that word. I'm going to go and copy and paste it and see if I can look it up. All right, coming back to the live chat. Mike Chamberlain, I recommend that everybody goes and watches a video by the School of Life called The Importance of a Breakdown. Okay, thank you, Mike. It's always good to get recommendations. By the way, someone here twice recommended a book called The Choice by a concentration camp survivor. Oh my God, what Egger, I think her name is, E-G-E-R. Whoever recommended that to me, thank you. That's an incredible book about how to overcome adversity, and a lot of the lessons it talks about applies to people with depression and anxiety. Thank you for that recommendation. Joyce Forney, a woman. I love Super Bowl and football. Well, there's one person. Being insane means not be able to talk to others. You might have social anxiety, to have beliefs that go beyond reason. Sounds like negative thoughts. These are treatable. All right. Kay Bailey, no Super Bowl for you. Laura, I'm watching the Super Bowl, rooting for the 49ers. I live in San Francisco for 29 years. Of course you should root for them. What do I think about RAP? That's Wellness Recovery Action Program by Marianne Copeland. She was a pioneer. She predated we came up with the same idea of having a therapeutic self-care activities to improve your mood. She actually uses that with the government. I think RAP is fantastic, and she's done a great job. Why do you still pressure in your chest? It's physiological, my friend. There are two types of anxiety. One because of your thoughts of worry, and one because of a physiological, you're in fight or flight. I don't know why, but you could, go to a therapist who specializes in giving you relaxation exercise. All right, we're down to 71. Oh well, I'm going to take a deep breath. I've been talking very fast. Once again, I'm going to show you where I've been the last 4 days. Here's another nice shot of the ocean. Can you see that? The background? And here's something called Haystack Rock. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? All right. Love football. Being a New England Patriot fan makes it easy. Yeah, well, I'm glad they lost. I'm not a fan. Okay. Carol Doyle talks about a medication called Parnate, which is an antidepressant that's not very well used. She recommends a website. You can read about it. Always check things out with your doctor. Yes, I will check my Patreon messages as soon as I get home. I deserve it, Doug. I don't know what I deserve, but thank you very much. I hope it's something good. Hey, Amina, nice to hear from you. Yes, it is a very dangerous support, Donna. Traumatic brain injuries, TBI. I know. I would never have my son go out for a football team. I'll tell you that. I'm so anxious about this coronavirus outbreak. I usually don't worry or care, but there's something about this one that worries me deeply. Well, do we? They say if you're young and healthy, not to worry. And usually people who are dying from it are old with weakened immune systems. Does that apply to you? You probably are young and you're probably healthy. Uh, why do people get depression, anxiety disorder? Why do people die? You know, because human beings are not, or what's the word? Vulnerable to illnesses of all sorts, including depression and anxiety. The brain is very, very sensitive to trauma, can easily be thrown off track. Lazy Irrational, I didn't have bad anxiety until menopause. Doctor put me on estrogen. I felt great. It stopped anxiety, improved depression. My current doctor refuses to fill it. You're miserable. Well, can you find a new doctor? Yes, the Wellness Recovery Action Plan by Mary Ellen Copeland. Yes, I do know about it, and I've seen it, and I've spoken to Mary Ellen, and she actually endorsed my book when going through Hell Don't Stop. And what is a relaxing technique, Kosi, that you mentioned? God, it's hard to keep track with everything. Will you send me an email about this, my friend? DouglasBlock@gmail.com. Thanks. Football is huge in Europe, and American football isn't. Of course, James E. Football in Europe is soccer in America. All right. Yeah, I've heard about Parnate. It actually does help some people. We should have 74 likes in this video. I hope so. I don't think we'll get them, but we never know. Can depression be a sociological problem? Absolutely. There's a book called Lost Connections. I recommended you read it. I actually did a video called Lost Connections, a book and a video by me. It's about how we live in a society that's cut off from nature, from spirit, alienating, too much competition, people isolated. Yeah. Absolutely. Depression is a psychosomatic, physiological, emotional, sociological, spiritual disorder on all those levels. Thank you. I'm not letting your son play football. I think those school-age children should be playing so not to have too many care. I think that's okay. All right. Nice to see you again, White Wolf. Yes, from Norway. I've always wanted to go there, especially in the summer. Ultra low dose, I mean crumbs of mirtazapine help my anxiety. It works paradoxically. Less is more effective. I'm glad you found something that works, Lori B. Nice to see you. Dallas Cowboy Hall of Famer Everson Walls sat behind me in math. Wow, such a sweet guy. We call him Cubby. He had the biggest afro then. Now schools make kids cut their hair or be expelled. Ridiculous, I agree. Texas is way too conservative for my tastes. Hey, Ataku, I'm from Finland. This is my first Depression Recovery live chat. I've been on from you. I've seen severe depression at 19 and don't feel like getting better or doing anything. Well, you're 19, yes. Well, depression often comes up when people are between 18 and 25. It's probably your first episode, but again, it can be managed, it can be treated. Finland is an advanced country. I know they have women in parliament. Yay! Maybe even a woman leader. So I know they're very egalitarian. I'm sure a lot of people get depressed there because of the lack of sunlight, so there must be some good clinicians out there. It is now 12:40, about 10 or 12 minutes, and then I got to check out of this hotel. I probably will have one on my birthday, February 22nd, Saturday, when I'm here with my wife Joan, partner Joan, ex-wife Joan. We split up in 93. We got divorced in 96. It contributed to my breakdown. In the fall of 96, she came back and lived with me to take care of me for the next 10 months. And when I was better, you know what I said? It's better to be in a pair. Two heads are better than one. We need each other. So I said, Joan, who cares about the divorce? Let's get together and support each other. And that was 24 years ago. Can you believe it? Time flies. Soon I'll be dead. Soon everyone will be dead. Oh well. All right, how's that for a depressed Woody Allen talking, right? All right, I recommend looking at Noah Page for that. Yeah, you're talking about depersonalization? Absolutely, he's got a lot of good stuff. Yes, it is. If you're an introvert, you have to accept that we cannot change our own nature. We have to love ourselves the way we are. Yeah, stop watching too many videos and news reading articles. Very good coffee and shop. See, Susan Jones, Bailey, look at it. Wonderful how you, no, don't force yourself to be an extrovert, but do sometimes it's hard to be an introvert in this culture, and especially if you're depressed. Sometimes you do have to push against your tendency to isolate, but you're not going to change your nature and suddenly become extroverted. Yeah, yeah. Brain Lock is a great book, and I have done some stuff on OCD. Thank you, Robert Jenkins. But isn't it wonderful how people here are communicating with each other and helping each other and giving suggestions? This is a virtual support group. It's an online support group. It's always going to be that way. I'm going to keep doing it until I can't do any longer. And I think it's so wonderful the way you guys help each other. You should exchange emails and phone numbers, really. Why should you just reserve one day a week to support each other? We need support every day of the week. I got to stretch out, man. I am really stiff. Well, 8 more minutes before I start to shut down and check out of this hotel. I'm so glad you showed up. Oh, he was talking about the testosterone post. Okay, well, yes. Noah Thomas's channel specializes in testosterone replacement therapy, otherwise known as TRT. Move this a little better. So I guess I'm pretty centered the way I am. All right. All right. Gray asks here, hi everyone. Anyone have any tips in dealing with the added depression of having a health issue? Oh my goodness, yes. I wrote about that. That is really, really tough when you have physical and mental symptoms. Yes, well, Greya, sorry, you're having hearing loss. Can you go to an audiologist and get some hearing aids and correct that? Yes, but if you're dealing with like chronic pain and depression, or if you're dealing with a cancer and depression, or I have asthma, I have back pain and depression, it makes things so much worse. I know. My husband wants me dead, Lagai. Are you serious? I'm sorry that's the case. That sounds like you're in an unhappy marriage. Donna Calby, what do you know about ACE screening? I don't know. I've not heard of that. Yes, you need support all the time. Well, Kay Bailey, try to find a support group, or connect with some of these people here. Get their email addresses, phone numbers, chat, call each other. Human beings need support. We are hardwired to connect. We are social animals. We are pack animals. We are like wolves. The library is a great place for an introvert. You can be quiet and by yourself, but still be around others. Excellent, Kelly Burns. Nice, nice, nice. We need a 24-hour stream sometime. Well, there are chat rooms out there that are 24 hours. I've never been to one. Maybe you should try that, Caleb, and let me know what you think. Nothing news. Tuesday sounds like a good day. For what, Lagai? I didn't know what Tuesday was about. Libraries can be like sanctuaries. Absolutely. I wrote my first 2 books in a library. I think Body Logic will help you balance testosterone. It can be hard for people to get off prescriptions. And what is Body Logic? I don't know. Susan Jones is asking Donna Calvi, would you be interested in emailing each other? Excellent question. Can you get over depression without medication? I did, not once, not twice, but 3 times. It can be done if it's mild enough and if you're very, very lucky. But, if you think medication will help, you should try it out. The more things you can do, the better. Thoughts on marijuana against depression? Marijuana helps some people relax, and other people it sends them into panic. It's like one thing. One man's meat's another man's poison. Although marijuana has been used for chronic pain in New York and Oregon, if you get a medical marijuana card, you can get some for chronic pain. It does help my brother. Talk Life is a good app. Yes, there must be apps where you can communicate with people over the internet. Absolutely. Terry Lee, you're more than welcome. I like doing these videos. I'm glad you're finding them helpful. You do have an ENT visit in a few days? Well, that's good. Ear, nose, and throat doctor. Try an audiologist. My father-in-law had really bad hearing loss, and he got some really good hearing aids, and it helped him. Body Logic is a company in the U.S. Okay, it looks like Donna has given out her email address, and so has Susan Jones, thyme450@gmail. There you have it. Lost hope, lists, means, and methods. I'm not quite sure what that means, Lagai. Can you tell me what that is? You should definitely communicate to me. We have each other's email address. Rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. Absolutely. Authentic Mexican food. Nice to see you here again. Laura, have I ever heard of Kratom for depression and anxiety? Yes. One of my group members tried it with mixed results. I know some people claim it helps. Some people claim it doesn't. It's like everything else. If you are on medication, talk to your doctor before you take it. All right, website. Oh, oh yeah, Lost All Hope. Yes, but they took that website down. I'm sure they did. I've been to that website. I'm doing this book on suicide prevention. You're not thinking about harming yourself, Lagai? If you are, immediately email me. And you also can call this number as a national crisis line. Oh my God, I think I'm right. No, this is it. Yeah, try calling that number, Lagai. Leigh Watson says, I think I've been depressed all my life. I'm 45, but I live with it. Sometimes bad, sometimes it's okay. Is this normal? Yeah, well, you probably have dysthymia and you have lived with it. And if you want to, you can go get help. There are ways to treat it. Yes, I've been depressed since I've been 18, off and on. Lori B makes a big difference. Yes, marijuana does help some people and others it doesn't. What can I tell you? I use kratom for pain relief, says Lazy Eye Ranch. Been using it for years with no problem. I only use a teaspoon a day. It does give one a feeling of well-being. It's pretty mild. Thank you for your testimony. There you have it. There's somebody who's using it helpfully. Sativa Strange is activating indigo is relaxing as far as marijuana. Talk to the bud tender. It's like a bartender. Oh, I love that. By the way, did you ever hear about the dyslexic person? He wanted a drink, so he walked into a bra. No, that is, you will get a live person if you call that number, Caleb. It's not a robot. That number in Oregon goes to Lines for Life. There's actually a song called 1-800-273-8255. Lagai, you have said so many nice things about me and commented, and you've left so many nice comments. In Canada, I know there are always solutions, Lagai. You just don't see any. That's the problem. You don't think there is a way, but there's no way, but there is a way. Do you believe in prayer? I'm going to give you the number for the Silent Uni. Please call them. And I'm going to put your name on Silent Uni anyway, because 816. Let's all express our support from Lagai. She's feeling very, very hopeless and desperate. Let's say a big prayer out for her that she goes ahead and starts to feel better and get some support. Okay. I've used it full time. It affects other people the same way. Laura, I'm not quite sure what you're talking about. Maybe it's kratom. Yes, well, other people do say that it's mildly beneficial. Lagai, I want you to call me. I want you to email me. I want to talk to you over the phone. Seriously. I'm telling you, just because you can't see a way doesn't mean there isn't a way. There's always a way. Yes, tomorrow is a fresh day, a new day. Dog with a bandaged foot limps in the bar and says, I'm looking for the man who shot my paw. Yeah, very, very good. Yes, Kay Bailey, thank you thank you everybody for sending a lot of support and good energy to Lagai. A lovely, lovely lady. She and I have communicated by email. She's a beautiful spirit. It does get her when it will, not alone, to talk, yes. I know in Canada there must be local crisis hotlines you can talk to. And you've seen some email addresses posted here. I'm sure people wouldn't mind if you emailed them and just to get some support. And of course, Lagai, you can always email me 24/7, douglasblock@gmail.com. All right, 12:51. Well, the people at the front desk are probably wondering, where is Douglas Block? I hate to leave. I hope they'll be nice. I think they will be. Sending loves and prayers. Catastrophic thinking is what ruins a fresh day. Sometimes there are many ways to battle that type of thinking. Very good. Yes, cancel. The future has not come. I'm safe in the present. There's lots of ways to battle catastrophic thinking. Yeah, I have a better joke. What is the dyslexic atheist believe there is no dog? Here's one up on that, Kelly Burns. Did you ever hear about it's actually agnostic. It's actually close. Did you hear about the agnostic, insomniac, dyslexic? Agnostic, insomniac, dyslexic. He lay awake all night saying to himself, is there a dog? The person who is agnostic, when he does God exist, dyslexic, he reverses letters, insomniac, he can't sleep. He lay awake all night saying, is there a dog? Tell me, anybody, is there a dog? I can't get back to sleep. Is there a dog? I love that joke. Lagai, if you don't email me, I'm going to email you when I get back to Portland. Excellent coffee and shop. I love coffee and shop. You people are so beautiful. People with depression have so much compassion for suffering because they've been in it themselves. My depressed group members are the most wonderful people I've ever met. So you guys are wonderful people. You've suffered. You're battling on. We say in Yiddish, your mensches, and become a patron. I was suicidal and played Douglas 300 plus videos. Thanks. Well, thank you very much, Lori. Maybe you become a patron. If you want to become a patron and for $2 a month or more, you can support this channel. Just go to www.patreon.com and then type in Douglas Block Depression. I forgot to bring my stuff out. Oh my God. All right. I just realized I have to go into this other room and get my stuff out. So, thank you, Lazy Eye Ranch. I am going to wish all of you well. You guys can chat with each other for another 10 minutes, and I will see you next Sunday on Super Bowl Sunday. It doesn't start till 3:30 here. And I will be online from 12 until 1 next Sunday. Take care. Everybody say some prayers for Lagai. Please reach out to her if you can. Hopefully she'll reach out to one of you. Yes, worst thing is that you hate yourself. Yeah, please be here next week. Stay safe, everybody. And until we meet again, at least I can do, I've gone through 2 suicidal episodes. Thank you, Lori B. Thank you for helping everybody here. And thank you for everybody for helping all of us. Peace, Lagai. Come back next week. Email me until we meet again. I wish you the best in your mental health recovery.